Hey, this is Tony. Today I want to show you how to pull the remote keyless entry out of the 93 to 97 Thunderbirds and Cougars for the OBS Ford trucks. You can't use the module, but these cars are the best for the wiring. Here's the module you need for our trucks. I got this one out of a 93 or 4 town car over there. It's the same in 93 and 4 town car, Grand Marquis and Crown Victoria. Just those 2 years for the OBS Ford trucks that you can get those out of. 93, 94, Town Car, Crown Vic, Grand Marquis. You need to get all the wiring out of a Thunderbird or Cougar because it's mounted back here in the trunk. And it's got the most wire. So if you want to add the keypad, you've got all this extra wire. So I've got a lot of this done. I'll have Brady come over here. Take this scuff plate off. It's all just Phillips screws and a couple clips, and I went ahead, I popped the back seat out, and then it's a 13mm bolt for the brackets on the top of the back seat. Just lift it up, get it there, pull that insulation out of your way. You're after this big snake of wire right here, because this goes all the way up to the front, clear back to that keyless module. And I've got some of it cut. This splits off and goes over to the other side. You don't need it. All this goes up front. So I've got it cut all the way up here as far as I can cut it. And then there's also a split right here at the seat that goes underneath the seat. So I think I've got everything loose to get this pulled out of here, I hope. There's something holding this up. It's not a wire, it's this trough that it's in. And it's hot today, it's extremely hot. Okay, you got that much done. You're gonna cut off a rear speaker wire inside here. And if you need to, this is all Phillips screws that holds this rear side panel on, but I don't think there's much else other than this speaker wire here to worry about. Then unplug this side of the rear window defrost because they've got the antenna for the keyless entry module running up and plugged into the back window. So unplug that and fish that down back through the rear dash. And then come back to the trunk. Come around here. Your keyless entry module is behind this panel. It's just held on with these little push pins. Get it off there. This is your program jumper to program your remotes. So you need that. Push down on this and this module just slides right off. Unplug it. Here's your antenna. You want to keep it, the antenna, but you don't need this module because it won't go in an OBS Ford truck. It's the same thing, it's just it's got plugs on the opposite ends. So get a hold of this. Here's another wire up in here to cut off. I'm not even sure what oh, that's going to your rear brake light. And this car doesn't have any rear speakers in the back dash. I guess they're all back there in the rear quarters. Here's your, this is what I unplugged for the rear window defrost, and your antenna goes in there, so keep all that. And there's something right here that splits off, a big one that you just want to get rid of that. You don't need it. Just what's going to the module. I think. Get this out of here. Okay, there's what you need to put the keyless entry in an OBS Ford truck. And like I say, this is the modules they use. See, that module's different, but this one plugs in the same. And I've done this multiple times. It works. So that's the module need. You need the wiring out of a Thunderbird or Cougar because you've got all this length to do the keypad. Okay. We're going to take the keypad off this. I grabbed a couple. This one's off a town car. It's a piece of junk. I'm not going to take it today. I've got a bunch of these at home. I like the chrome ones on the OBS trucks because they got chrome door handles and stuff. But you can use these off Explorers, the town cars, these Thunderbirds and Cougars. They all use the same one. You can find them in chrome, black, sometimes they're body color painted. But whatever you do, keep the plug. This is the one out of a town car. It's green. This one's green out of a town car. This one's gray. I don't even know what remember what I grabbed that out of. But you're going to need this plug if you add a keypad to your OBS Ford. You're going to need two of them. You're going to need the original one for the keypad. Then you're going to need one for right inside the door in case you ever need to take the door off or anything. So I've already got this door panel off. This is the clip that holds the keypad on. When you find one of these cars, chances are it's got keyless entry on it. But if it doesn't have the keypad, don't get it because it's not wired for it. You need this keypad wiring. It very well may have remote keyless entry, but if it's just got remote keyless entry, it's got that module, but it's not wired for the keypad. Ford didn't put it in there. So I've got the clip off. I've got most of these wires undone. Pull the clip off, pull the pad out like so. Get all these loose. You might want to keep some of these, you know, there's a few. Then, where's my snips? Right here. Again, you want to cut up as far as you can. This is probably going to the door lock motor. So that's cut. This is good. So now you got all this wiring. You got to unplug it because it won't come out of the door if it's plugged in. We've got an illuminated entry plug here coming out of it too. There you go. Where is the plug? Plug this back in, because this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a couple of these. So that's it. Get all this stuff out of a Thunderbird or a Cougar, 93 to 97. And the next video I'm going to show you is sitting down at home and getting rid of all that wiring that you don't need and labeling what you do need and getting it going in the right direction that you need. And we're going to make pretty much a plug and play factory remote keyless entry for an OBS Ford truck. So stay tuned.